All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem, Waha Rikakodash, and honors be to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I am the brother Yahweh coming at you with another lesson to edify and comfort the Lord's elect. So, Lord willing, that this video is edifying, comfort, and exhorting to you brothers, whereas you few sisters that's listening and learning. All right, the year 2024, the hopeful year of trouble, the hopeful year of fear. And we pray and hope that all these prophecies come to pass in the time that we're living in. All right, especially in these times. And this has been on my spirit. I was meditating on Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. All right, how the Lord have brought us out of the valley of the shadow of death, spiritually, okay? And that's us coming back to who we are as a people, all right, coming back into our inheritance, all right, as Israelites, man. And Esau, he's terrified. Esau is terrified of seeing us stand upon our feet, us coming back into our heritage, and first and foremost, calling on the names of the true power, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. All right. That just been on my spirit, so I don't want to I said I'm going to hit the button and do a lesson on it. So this is Ezekiel 37 and verse 1. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. And that valley represents a low land, all right, particularly America, all right. And those bones represents the nation of Israel. Matter of fact, let's go to Psalms. I believe that's 23. Yep. This is Psalm 23 and verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thou rod and thou staff, thou comfort me. You see? And that valley represents America. This is the shadow of death, okay, to the Israelites, man, according to the curses. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And it reads, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. Matter of fact, what is that? Yep, 65, Salakia. It says, among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall thy soul of thy foot have rest, but thou shalt give thee a trembling of heart, and failing of eyes, and of sorrow of mind. Thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have no assurance of thy life. All right, and that's a representation of America, man, being in Babylon the Great, this bitter captivity. You see, we don't have no reassurance of our life because we under the oppressor, Esau, Edom, under the devil, man. So this is the valley all right, in the midst of the valley, which is full of dry bones. And it says, and it come to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in open valley, and lo, they were very dry, the valley of the dry bones. All right. And it says, and he said unto me, son of man, can these bones live? And I answer, O Lord, power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones. And he said unto me, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. That's right, man. And that's what we go out here, week in and week out, fervent in the spirit, preaching the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah to our people, and hoping that, they receive this rivers of living water, all right, so they can live, all right. It says, this saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I have caused breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. That's right, and that's what the Lord is doing in the midst of our enemies. Matter of fact, let's go back to Psalms 23. Let's go back to Psalms 23. Let's read verse 5 now. This is Psalms 23 and verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. You see, the Lord have appointed us with the eyesight of sea. You know, this rivers of living water. Cause that breath to enter into us. Verse 5, it says, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. And that's what the Lord is doing. All right, to the elect. The Lord is waking up the elect, all right, clothing, waking them out of that dead state, all right, putting flesh upon them, putting the breath inside of them, and now they coming back to their inheritance, and now they standing upon their feet in the midst of their enemies, man. And Esau can't stand it. Let's go to Revelation. You know, that's why ultimately Esau is going to come down having great wrath. This is Revelation 11. Let me see. Just bear with me. What is that? Revelation 11:11, Salakia. And it reads, and after 3 days and a half, which represents 350 years, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. That's ultimately why Esau is going to come down having great wrath. These devils are afraid, man, that we're coming back into our inheritance, who we are as a people, calling on the names of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. And that's furthermore proved that Esau's kingdom is about to go down. All right? Because the Israelites are coming back to who they are, calling on the names of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. The Lord is bringing us back in remembrance. Let's grab that. The Lord say He will bring it back in remembrance that we once knew this. This is Baruch 2, verse 30. For I know they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. You see? And they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah, their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. You see? And that's what you see in the midst of what's happening today, man. Those are waking up, a great awakening, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. That's right, man. All right, we're standing upon our feet, you know, that breath of life is entering to us. All right, and the Lord's calling us to live by receiving His rivers of living water. Okay? And it's only going to increase, man. The believers are going to believe. The true worshipers are coming forth. A great awakening. You see? And as we get to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's kingdom, you're going to have more of the elect waking up in these latter days, in the last hour. I believe it speak about, let me see, just bear with me. Yep, this is Matthew 20 and verse 8. So when even came, the Lord of the vineyard said unto the steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came, they were hired about the 11th hour. They received every man a penny. But when they came, they supposed that they should receive more, and likewise receive every man a penny. That's right, man. In the last hour, you see. in that hour, in the 11th hour, you're going to have those that's coming to the truth. Because this was this parable going into, you know. But there you have it, man. There you have it. Hey, Esau is afraid. Continue to keep fighting that good fight of faith. Continue to keep being a burden of Babylon the Great. Because Ezekiel the 37th chapter, as we started off, matter of fact, I want to read a couple more verses before I end it. I want to jump down. Verse, I just continue to read from verse 7. So I prophesied as I commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone, you see. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. He then said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, this saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon the slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army, the house of David. All right. So with that, I pray the lesson was edifying, comforting, and exhorting to you brothers, as well as you few sisters that's listening and learning. And that exceeding great army is going to continue to get built up, continue to be rooted, all right, continue to be unstoppable. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, above, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Till next time, shalom.